afternoon, good evening, good night, or good morning, depending on where in the world you are watching That Balloon Show.
Welcome back to That Balloon Show.
We are going to be showcasing the little-known inflator from PremiumConwin, the Dual Air 2.
We'll also be talking about the upcoming big balloon build.
But before that,
there's this.
well, hello there.
We're a bit more illuminated now.
The lights are on, but nobody's home?
There we are home.
Well, kind of. Well, we are for the moment, because this is the very last episode of this particular version of the studio.
That's
We're
right.
We're moving.
We're on the move again. I think that's all
we've been
you
saying it.
hear us say.
Yes.
And we're moving again. But we
However,
are
this
again.
is to our future and foreseeable future home of That Balloon Show.
Certainly is. I don't know where the last 2 weeks have gone though, Keith.
Time flies. Whatever you're doing, so you might
When
as
you're
well
busy.
be having fun.
When you're busy, yes.
Because it flies whatever, so you
That's
might
right.
as well be having
So we've
fun.
got a brand new That Balloon Show pod.
Coming
arriving.
soon, and the new studio coming soon. This is the last one. So what we want to do on today's show is that we're going to take you to the studio, into the workshop, and
Because it's the
going to
last time we're going in the workshop. And we didn't announce that last time was the last time, so we have to do this one to be the last time.
This is the last time. We're going to take in the workshop, and we're going to go through is it a superhero or not, for the PremiumConwin Dual Air 2.
That's right. We didn't really know much about this machine. It's not
something that's been in the UK.
No, we first got to see this one at the Big Balloon Build.
We did.
The one in Guildford, Surrey, England.
Yes. London.
All of the names,
Yes.
and we had a little go of it there, and we thought it was pretty cool, and we were trying to work out where it sat in the lineup,
Yes.
price point and all that. But I think we should dive on over to the workshop
Yes.
and have a little look.
I'm going to go over there, then you
go,
join me, okay?
I'll press, then I'll follow. All seems like we knew what we were doing. Right, he's in the workshop. I can see him. Over we go.
Hiya guys, so we have the Dual Air 2 here, and we also have the MicroAir, because we think there's a direct comparison between these two machines, right?
That's right, yes, because I think it's quite obvious that this has been a firm favourite in our lineup.
We love this machine.
Yeah, this is, with the different machines that we've had, different machines we've got, this one fits in our lineup really well.
Yeah, also as well as that, the new adaptation with the valve, so it allows you to do foils and smaller balloons. It makes it even better, yeah. So
It really does,
we had
yeah.
the original one that didn't come with this one. This one's even better. The only thing with the downside with this particular one is, first of all, well, there's two downsides to it, right?
Yeah, which way this kind of leads into being a winner.
One is it's a push down. So sometimes when you're putting balloons on, it causes a little bit of a
Pro and
problem.
con, that one, right? Yeah.
And the other side is that's only got one nozzle, so you can only ever do one balloon at a time.
That's right. So, and the other side is if you do try with the smaller nozzle that is for the 5-inch, which will fit into a valve for a foil, which will inflate it. However, it is overly aggressive.
Yes.
So actually, the Prima valves are very tough. However, just the speed and trying to get that balloon on there and kind of keep up with it, the machine's too fast. And that's where this particular valve on the new version of this, I mean, the machine's the same, but it's just what comes in the box.
Yes, we said the new version because it's newer to us.
Yes.
It's been around now with this on attachment for quite a while.
Yes.
But it's, it is
But
the newer
having
version.
that special valve for the foil is a really good addition in the kind of out-the-box kind of accessories that you get with it.
So it has two switches. It has the push.
It does, yeah.
And it also has the click. So the click is permanent on. There we go for the click.
It is warm in here,
permanent
so
on.
that's not too bad.
I know, that's not bad actually. Thank you very much.
Also available for shampoo adverts.
And if we take, well, we've got some spearmint here. I'm going to take spearmint.
I do like spearmint.
Spearmint and Happy New Year! We'll do that again. We'll do that again.
A bit of spearmint.
With a spearmint on there. And it's a quick inflator. It's really good, actually. We've had one of these around sitting under the bench in the store specifically for doing 3-footers, yeah, because it's a decent way of being able to inflate 3-foot
We also
balloons.
used to use a lot for pre-inflation of some of the 16-inch balloons, so you could kind of pre-inflate those. It's quick and fast. And,
Yes.
that's
Stretching out and all that sort of thing.
It's ideal, if we would really round off the 16-inch. However, with the Prima 18-inch, you get beautifully round 16-inch balloons straight away. My eye.
Okay.
So love that. However, sometimes more so I think the 5-inch when you're trying to put the 5-inch on, because the nozzles are a little bit narrower, so you're going to try and put that on there. The fact that it operates before you've actually got the balloon on.
You've got to kind of put your fingers on there to pull it upwards. So to pull that up, it still went on me.
It's not an easy single-handed operation. Now, I know, I think this was Liz's top tip, that she had 2 MicroAirs set up and doing 2 11-inch at the same time. So it's effectively making a dual inflator with the MicroAirs. So
absolutely.
minimal footprint, and you go 2 at the same time. However, that works for the 11-inch and bigger, but 5-inch becomes, again, a little bit clumsy because you're trying to put it on, but that switch is being activated as you're pushing the balloon on. So that's where that becomes kind of a pro and a con for that same switch.
So what PremiumConwin did is that they heard that this wanted to be used to do 2 balloons at the same time. So they created the Y nozzle.
Why?
So because it allows you to do 2 balloons at the same time. So what we can do is I can put this onto here, it just pushes on, and now it's got 2.
Why take 2 inflators into the shower?
Just have 2 and go. So now I can put these on, and it's a lot slower because it's still got the same 450 watt motor in there.
And it's the same airflow that it was producing anyway, but it's just being diverted into the 2 different balloons. So your choice is 1 balloon, then 1 balloon, or 2 balloons at the same time.
Yes.
The benefit with 2 balloons at the same time, I found over kind of doing that for a while, is you don't get as much fatigue on your hands, because when when I do it, I do one and then I'm holding it probably overly tight instead of just kind of giving it a little twist and doing a more relaxed hold, and then doing the second balloon. But then you end up having this kind of one vice-like grip, and then it's sort of a tight hand. Doing 2 at the same time, you're going straight off that sizing and then tying. So that is a great little addition. It's available separately, will be available from PremiumConwin distributors in the not too distant future, but it is an add-on to the MicroAir that's available separately.
It's great because it works onto there like that. It's a really nifty little adapter. Thing is about it, the downside that we've noticed so far is that it does make the machine slightly louder. By about 10 decibels or something.
Yeah, so it's kind of, I think it's probably the disruption of that airflow that's kind of amplifying that noise a bit.
But, if you don't mind just a little bit louder, to have the 2 balloons at the same time, that's a bonus, and it's a great little adapter for that machine.
It's a minimal cost to give you another option with that piece of kit as well.
So
that's cool.
That is the MicroAir, which we're going to put over here. And like Dom said, Liz had been saying about putting 2 side by side and run with them. However,
but then you back up to your speed as well. Then, right?
Yes.
But the downside of that is you're buying 2 machines, so it's
and you have to have 2 sockets, and you've got 2 trailing leads, this, that, and the other,
2 bits of equipment.
And you've still got the push down one, which it's great for when you're doing things like the 11-inch and things, because they're quite easy to go onto there. But if you're doing smaller balloons,
I find that a little bit clumsy. Yes, so that's where this one really steps up. So this one is a single machine, but it has the 2 outlets on it.
Yes.
We've got a couple of options on this one, a bit like the MicroAir, and the fact that you can turn it on so it just runs, and that's what this button on the front's for. We'll just continue running. But then we also have the on-demand button there as well, conveniently located right next to one of the nozzles.
Yeah, so if this was turned around the normal way that you would use this machine, it would kind of sit with just under your little finger. So as you're doing it, it would be sitting just underneath there for you switching it. On here, it's on the back of the machine. So when we do this, we kind of just catch our fingers underneath there to press it at the same time.
You also get a nice little carry bag for this one as well, so you can put your machine in there, put the cable and the extra nozzles. Yes,
which you get. You get the nozzles, which go onto there to adapt to 5-inch balloons or the smaller balloons, but you also get the same style of nozzle for foil balloons. Now these ones are not pushed down, so it means I can push that on there, and I'm not automatically triggering it. So I like that about that.
I like it, especially if you're doing something like the 11-inch, but you're going to do them undersized. So it gives you a chance to sort of pull them down a little bit.
We're going to use a lot of Spearmint. Let's use coral.
So coral. So what you can do is on here to pull that down to try. It's pretty tricky because you're going to make that button operate. Where this one, you can put it on,
have to do that and then do
and then you can pull them down. So now you can inflate the more of the top half of the balloon and get a really rounded balloon to start
so
with
stretch
straight
out
away.
that top
Exactly.
before,
So if you're doing some very underinflated 11-inch or any size balloons, again, because we face it so you guys can see it better, the button is not as easy to press from this side. It is possible, but it's far easier when it's in the right orientation.
Yeah, when it's all the way around like this. Now my little finger just catches that. So when I'm putting the balloon under there, it's just this one. It's dead easy.
Yeah, really easy.
So we are wanting around this way so that you guys can see better.
That's right. So we had a little bit of a play with this one to see, put it through its paces. What can it do? What can't it do?
Because this one's no good for things like entertainer balloons, right?
No, really struggles. It hasn't got the right wattage, if you like, to inflate a 260.
50 watt, and that is a 650, right?
Yes.
It's a 650
so
motor.
650. So
650
it's split between the two outlets. But if you're inflating one balloon off there as well, we found that it did the 260s pretty well. I wouldn't say it's our go-to machine to do 260s.
No.
If we're doing a lot of 260s, absolutely. The twin sizer is a great machine.
Yeah,
all
the
encompassing. Smart twist, and then also the new elf pump as well is absolutely fantastic. Again, find the right tools in your toolbox that work for you. However, you're on a job, you're doing a bit of work, you've got this machine out, it will indeed actually do a 260, and it gives you a really nice clean inflation.
So what we've done is we put the 5-inch adapter onto there, and I'm going to pull that over onto there, and I'm just going to press this button. Now what will happen is it's not going to inflate.
It hasn't got the horsepower of the twin sizer or the little the specific 260 inflators.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to inflate, and then I'm going to pull up on the 260. And then you get that perfect inflation of the 260, nice and straight, no banding or anything like that.
If you struggle with that coordination, you can always just hit that button to turn it on. You just need to remember when you get to the end of that 260, you want to pull that balloon off so it doesn't carry on inflating forevermore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you have the other machine, where we've got one that's
over around at the end, I think.
This one will do, yeah.
So yeah, if you have
the Twin Air Sizer 2, or even if you buy the pack of nozzles.
Yeah, which are available separately. They are a sort of almost a disposable item, yep.
These fit onto here perfectly. In fact...
What else you got?
For our super long 5-inch necks, they're ready to go as well. And they go onto there.
It's ideal. Yep.
Perfectly.
So you can do it without, and they're not included in the kit for this one because that's not what it's designed for.
No.
We're just looking at what can it do, what can it do, what should it do. Its primary function is 5-inch and 11-inch balloons.
Yeah.
We ran it through its paces, and we did some 18-inch as well. We were running them through.
Yeah.
We had it in just the on position and running through a lot of those.
Yeah, we did like somewhere around about 30 or 40 18-inch balloons back to back, no problem. So this is using the 260. The 260 tips, so I'm just going to inflate that. And again,
so that's pretty much the same kind of inflation, but just a little bit easier to put.
It's also a little bit more controlled.
Okay.
It inflates slightly slower
because it's going to
than
slow it
using
down.
The 5-inch.
Okay, yeah. So that's a little bit more controlled and a little bit easier to put on. So a bit of a win having if you've got those available. If you do find you want to do a few, having them as an add-on, buying separately is a nice little way of doing it. And then those ones are great for the long necks for the 5-inch, especially with our Prima latex
with the
as
Prima
well.
latex and the fact that
The
it
long
goes
neck
all the way
there.
down onto.
Saves you having to bunch it up quite so much.
Yeah, you just down onto the bottom onto there and then.
That's right. Perfect. Now, in the spirit of trying these nozzles, we thought we'd give that Y adapter a go as well, eh?
Yeah, why not?
Yes.
Why not?
Why not? How many Y jokes can you get in?
We have, not one, but we have two. And we're going to turn these sideways because... and
hey,
then,
I've got 2 balloons.
I have 2 balloons also.
Well.
So what we can do is, we could actually switch this on permanently or have this controlled by Dom. I'm going to switch it on permanently. It's going to be a bit loud, but you'll see what we do. So now we have a 4-balloon inflator. Now, we haven't tried this for a long length of time, but we have done about 30 11-inch balloons back to back onto there, and it seems to be getting no warmer than it would normally do under that kind of run.
Yeah, but it did make it convenient for doing you know, multiple columns and walls and that kind of thing as well. So that was pretty cool to try.
Yeah. What else have we tried on?
What did we try?
We tried this. We put this onto here, and we put this onto here. Well, actually, we used the adapter that's designed for.
Oh, we did. That's what else we tried. It's actually two things now. I remember what we tried.
Yes. So now we have.
So this adapter here, just in case people haven't seen it before as well, it's actually got some little flutes on the inside as well there, and that's designed specifically to allow the foils to be inflated off this machine.
Yeah, because what happens is once it gets the right pressure inside the foil, the air pressure forces all the rest of the air to go out of those flutes that Dom just showed you.
It's also, because of that, it's less aggressive on the initial inflation as well. So
it means they can go into the valve behind here, and then nice, very nice.
So without that, with the other valve, which we did try as well, it does the same job, but it's so much faster. Like it's too
super
fast.
aggressive.
Yeah.
And we have perfectly inflated foils.
Yes, now you can in fact do the other nozzle and just keep on inflating it, because that balloon will pretty much go round.
Yes.
We have tried.
Yeah, we have tried. These, you can overinflate these dramatically.
Yes.
Yeah, the seams are so strong. Never seen foil balloons like that with their seams so strong.
Now, the other one we tried as well was the spheres as well.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, so this one was really good for that, because it's got a decent volume of air going through it.
Yes.
So
keep the pressure on. I'll put that one on that side to restrict the pressure and force it more through one side. We have
unfold my sphere.
nothing to fear but sphere itself. Valve it up.
Nice,
Lovely,
fast and efficient inflation.
self-sealing valve.
Self-sealing valve. You can, of course, as well, just hit that button on, because it's easy to take that off when you've got to size as well. You could also have a sizing template around with you as well for that. Pretty efficient and easy to use, especially with this size, the 5-inch adapter.
Yes, the 5-inch adapter is definitely the one.
Yeah, I think it does slow it down a little bit, which makes it easier for kind of getting control of the balloon, because gravity's fighting against you a little bit on this one, having to hold it upright and not lock that valve over. I actually found when I was playing around with it, it was actually easier to kind of put that on than hit that button, because then it gives you other hand free to do that. However, if this was turned around the way you'd normally be using it, that hand would be on that button. Yeah. So it's got multiple uses for depending on how you want to and how you kind of are comfortable using the machine. But it's had no issues at all with the spheres.
So we actually think that this machine is a little superhero in itself. We've checked around on the price points globally, and it basically comes out to be roughly there or thereabouts twice the price of one of these.
Yeah, so it's in that ballpark. It's not exactly dollar for dollar, but it's close enough.
Yeah.
But the fact that it's one single footprint machine,
yes,
you get the extra nozzles.
Yes.
For us, having the button to control when it goes on is definitely a really nice touch. And this is coming from two people who love the MicroAir.
I mean, we would not be without this machine. Just that. Let's get that out there. Yeah, we absolutely love this machine.
Love that one.
But this is a very strong contender. I really like this one.
I like the bag and the fact that you can
take it onto site. You know, if you went onto site with this, it looks more professional again than coming onto site with something like this.
And the fact that you kind of put your nozzles and bits and pieces back in the bag as well, I really like that touch. And it's a really good way of getting you from being a single electric air inflator into something where you can do two balloons at the same time. You've got some control with the button as well.
Yeah.
So you're doing multiple balloons. So like for us,
it's powerful enough to do 5-inch. You can even do 260s on it.
Yeah, you could do a 3-foot off this as well. Yeah. You can do two balloons.
You can do your foils.
Size,
you can do your spheres.
Yeah, size and size. So you're doing sort of columns and walls.
I think it really is a
stuff.
superhero.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you what else is a superhero: the new Y nozzle.
I know, that's a lovely touch. And you know, for someone who's got a MicroAir,
Yeah.
and doesn't want to upgrade yet, or so it's only occasional work that they need to do where they're doing that. What a really inexpensive way to get more use out of the machine that you've got.
Absolutely.
And that was a real good example of PremiumConwin listening to some
the
feedback and saying, yeah, it would be great if I had this machine, but actually with
Being
two
able to
outlets.
do two outlets.
Well, actually, there it is.
Ready
and
to go.
why not?
Why?
But the fact that it's interchangeable.
From out where? Why I?
Yes, exactly. But as Keith said, it is a little superhero. Great little addition to the lineup. It fits in nicely into its position there. It's not an Air Force 4.
No, it's
which is
nowhere near as powerful
yeah,
as Air
that
Force
machine
4, but you're never
is-
going to do foils and stuff like that
no.
on Air Force 4.
Air Force 4 has got a one job to do, and it does it very
It's
well.
a workhorse, that
Yes,
thing.
and that thing you could turn on in the morning and leave running all day long.
Yeah, it's a workhorse.
That's what it's for. This can do, for convenience, it can do the 4 outlets.
Yeah.
Steadily with the 2 outlets. However, if we were going into a job where we're doing something of that volume for that amount of time, we'd be looking at a bigger machine.
Yes, absolutely. Looking at the Air
But
Force
for something to grow into and to kind of get you to that stage, what a great machine for
brilliant
that.
machine. I'm sure, the only thing that's been disappointing about this machine is that it hasn't been available in the UK. So we've just been finding out about this little machine.
Yeah.
It's an absolute
As I
gem.
said before, the first time that I saw it and sort of kind of seen it in the flesh was at the Big Balloon Build in
Yeah,
London.
same here,
So
same here. And just before we head back to the workshop,
we're at the workshop. We're going back to the...
sorry, back before to get into the pod, I've got something here from what we did 2 weeks ago. And
Yes.
just to show you what it's still like. So if you remember 2 weeks ago, we put a Prima baseball hat into a sphere and we sealed it with a heat sealer. If you didn't see it, go back and watch it.
Well, worth a watch.
Actually, you don't see us do this. You see us do this one. And as you can see, even 2 weeks later, these things are still looking.
And we've tested
perfect.
these in the meantime as well. So
Yeah, Dom
have-
actually sat on this
yeah,
one. So
that one
did I,
might not be
actually.
the same shape as it was originally.
But it is still going. And the ones that we did where we took the valve out and sealed them with heat seal, still going strong too.
Yes.
So
So
we've
that
been
had
really
2
impressed
seals,
with
right?
it.
So the valve was cut and gone and resealed, and then the top was
was-
almost a third of it
Yeah.
cut open and resealed as well. Reshaped beautifully and has survived the last 2 weeks with lots of playing around
Lots
with it.
of
We've
testing.
really pushed it to see, where's it going to fail, and it hasn't. So
No. And people,
pretty happy with that.
those of you that have been messaging us, asking us about the longevity of these balloons, I think that kind of shows you exactly
Yeah.
what that's like.
And there wasn't much time spent as well on that reseal. It was just across the heat sealer, making sure it was flat,
15
pushed it on,
centimetres,
done. Yeah, very impressed with that.
Super. So
I'm gonna head that way.
You head that way. I think in conclusion we've said yes, it's a superhero. These are a real superhero. But 2 amazing machines each have their job. But this is a welcome addition to our particular workshop. So over to Dom.
Why, hello. Yes. Another one in our lineup.
Yeah, we made it into our lineup, and I think we'll be using it quite often. We'll try it out on some jobs,
Yeah,
and see what it's like
absolutely.
in the real world environment.
Yes, right.
Also, leave your comments if you've had experience of using these machines. Tell us what you think about them.
Yes.
Yeah? So you tell us what its pros are, and if it has any failings, let us know about them as well, and then we can try and put them to the test.
I think a couple of people that I spoke to at the Big Balloon Build, when we're talking about that machine and how good it is, and it's any negatives are not really a negative. It's just comparison to a machine that's out of its class.
Okay.
So like saying, oh well, it's not as good as Twin Sizer.
Because it doesn't size, and it's not as powerful because it doesn't do the double stuff
Yes.
balloons.
But,
Yeah, okay.
but we're looking at a Porsche and a Ford,
yeah,
right?
it's
Yes.
comparing apples and oranges.
Yeah, so price point wise and all the rest of it. So, take the price and take the sort of the spec of what it can do is a very good machine. Yeah.
Super. Okay, it's a 2 thumbs up from us, or
It
4
is.
thumbs up, 4 thumbs up. There we go.
So, you know what? I did the Y adapter on, so I got 2. So normally it would just be 1 thumb up, but now we've got the Y adapter, 2 thumbs up.
4 thumbs fresh. So,
Nice.
what do we got?
We have got
2 weeks' time. We are. Is it 2 weeks' time? Yeah, 2 weeks' time. We are heading back across the pond to head to Elkhart, South Bend, Indiana, for the big balloon build.
That's right. It is the next installment of the big balloon build. We are going to hit the road, and we're going to be joining them.
Yeah.
So we have a couple of announcements on that one. They have been shared on the Big Balloon page and the appropriate social medias, but if you're not tuned into that, you need to make sure you do that. So you can go to the Big Balloon Build website, which is bigballoonbuild.com. You can sign up for the mailing list for that to find out about future builds.
On onto Facebook as well for the Big Balloon Build, onto their page, and you get some more of this information, which is where we've taken this from. So we've got the Big Balloon Build, and we have a guest designer, which is the wonderful, fantastic Dante Longhi. We love this guy. Anybody that knows us know that we enjoy working with this guy.
We do. We finally got to catch up with him because we haven't seen him for so long, and we saw him at Float.
And he cried.
He did, yes.
Yeah, I think it's because...
he thought it would be longer before he saw us.
He's been trying to hide from us for too long.
That's it.
Up with him.
So we're really looking forward to seeing what this guy is going to bring to the next Big Balloon Build and his flavour.
And if you know this guy, if you've seen his work, you'll see that he does like some of the bigger builds. He's done some big outdoor builds back in New Jersey. So that's really cool. Let's have a look at the rest of the team. He's the production team.
So we've got our host for this build, Jen Nikos.
Yeah, go for it.
Sorry, Jen, if I've got that wrong.
Stepping up here on the producer side is Keris Davis. She's Stuart's daughter, and she's stepping fully into the role of producer for this event.
That's right. I mean, I think she was doing a lot of the heavy lifting anyway.
She was doing it anyway.
She's just got the name tag.
Was just taking the credit. We know. We know.
So our production leads, we've got, as we said, the design for this build. And then we have our production, Jenny Porter.
We've got our riggers, which is Greg and Robert.
And then we've got our support leads.
Tammy, we've come to see you, Tammy. You can't hide from us.
The laughing goat.
The fainting goat.
Oh, that's right, yeah, fainting goat. I was laughing at it, thinking about it, so I thought I said laughing.
Kim, Benella, and Dory as well. You thought she was lost. We found her.
Here she is. So, yes. And then we've got all of our teams as well.
We're not going to go through everybody's name, but the team lead for the Carousel crew is Michelle Scott.
Then we have Clowning Around.
Team lead is Tinya.
Then we have the Trapeze Troop.
With Tyesha.
Next up, Strongman Squad.
With Rennie.
Tilt-A-Whirl.
With Kadeen.
Would we call that roller coaster?
No, that's Tilt-A-Whirl. I think there's a roller coaster different. This is Tilt-A-Whirl. This is the one that goes, that's one that goes up on the side. The pitch is a roller coaster.
Okay, that's where I was thrown off.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to seeing what this one is. We have the character team.
Yeah, headed up by Teresa.
Oh, there we go.
It's a roller coaster.
Rock and roller coaster.
Team lead is Annie Keller.
Let's hope it doesn't rain this time.
No.
Makeshift hat wear by Annie last time.
We've got our pirate ship cruisers. Oh, well, you got to go back because you didn't do the team lead.
Oh, sorry. With team lead Denise Schresser.
Just keep with the first names, Dom.
Yeah, Denise. Hi, Denise.
We'll see you there. Then our circus stages.
Just with the first names you said.
I did.
Dalnita?
Yeah, Dalnita's the team lead.
Sounds great.
And the carnival gamers is Martha.
We're in all over that one.
Yeah, no problem.
And then the Ferris Wheelers.
Yeah, with the team lead is our wonderful Bonnie.
Yay, Bonnie. Bumper Car Brigade.
With the one and only Ryvon. Can I pet that dog?
Can I pet that dog? And the Magicians.
With Jacqueline Smith.
And the Task Force.
The Task Force. So these are all stars. So we've got Dina Ashley, Julie, Danielle, and Marissa.
Yes, so these guys are put to task in areas that they are needed. Sometimes the way the groups are split in the different builds, some people have a bit more work to do than others, just because of the area, the design's got more complexity to it.
Or they just need, need a little bit. They've come across a different issue or a problem. that they need to fix, and
Yeah.
they can't figure it out right now, and they need an idea like this,
That's not necessarily-
task force can step in.
It's not necessarily, a reflection on the team. Just that they've got a challenge that's a bit more than the other one. Task force can step in. They've got a combined knowledge there from numerous builds,
Yeah.
so they can kind of bring that in and kind of jump in where it's necessary. So
Absolutely.
we saw a bit of that going on the last build.
And we look forward to actually how
Yeah.
the role of the task force evolves and progresses.
That's
as
right.
We go through future builds.
We shall be hitting the ground as well with our diary camera.
Oh, diary cam will be there for all of the people that will be there for the builders and also for the general public after the build.
That's right, because it's opened on up to raise some more money for charity, which is great.
Mm-hmm.
Keep that money coming in. You can donate as well separately, so check out on the Big Balloon
Balloon Build,
website
yeah.
if you want to kind of have a look at that.
Bigballoonbuild.com.
Correct. So if you can't be part of it and want to be part of it, that's just one way that you can help. Also, there'll be some, which I'm not saying, some potential new items to this build.
Yes, you're definitely not going to say them.
Yeah.
Okay, so just look out for some new features.
I'll say
on
it out
this
loud
build.
to myself.
Just look out for some new features on this build where we're hoping to help along with. So,
Yes, so we're actually going to get involved a little bit on the build on
and
this one.
depending on the internet connections.
Always the internet.
Yeah, we're going to try
Always.
our best to at least do one live while we're there. If not, we'll try and grab some footage and post it as a video. So if you are watching this on YouTube, please make sure that you are subscribed and you have your notifications switched on.
More importantly, hitting that bell, isn't it?
So you get a notification every time we go live and or we upload a new video.
Yes, on that note,
We
we
better
need
go.
we do, because we've got to go and pack some suitcases.
It's time to go.
Yes.
And you guys take care, stay safe, have fun, and we'll see you soon.
Ciao for now.